government there. That caused you to be refugees here. If you are too strong, you should have fought your government there to sort out your country and don't leave your country. You leave your stupid government there and then come have gold here. If you are too strong, you should have fought your government there. Why are you here? You can't fight your government, you come to fight us here. Oh. Okay, why you left your country? Why you left your country? Yeah? We no longer are happy to host you in our country then.
You know, this isn't something that I just thought about out of the blue. This is something that I've grown to notice, a trend that I've grown to notice in our society. Because as black people, we thrive off community and togetherness and living with other people. You know what I'm talking about? This is the reality of all human beings. Human beings are social beings. So when you're a social being, you're always going to be around people, whether it be your family, friends, etc., etc. But there's a trend that's becoming common, and I don't know if it's only me who's noticed it. But at first I did, you know, I thought of, like, it hit me at first, and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not so deep. But now I'm just like, that's very interesting, and which leads me to saying something about, in fact, to bring up what I've always been saying in my past videos. So I legit think and personally agree with the idea that witchcraft doesn't always have to be spells, bones, enchantments and stuff like that. If you are able to wish bad onto someone's life or to celebrate a person's downfall, then you are a witch. You know what I'm talking about? If you're able to sort of wish that a person fails in life, then you're a witch. Why? Because if you go to the Bible, no, this is not me being prophetic, but if you go to the Bible and you read Genesis, you understand that God created everything, the mouth, you know, with word, you know what I'm saying, and he saw that it was good, you know what I'm saying. And the fact that we are created in his image, you would be fooled to not believe that this mouth has the power to create and to destroy. So I think part of the reason why, and I'm not making an excuse for our parents or our great-grandparents and for the people in society right now, for people like me, I'm not making an excuse, but I feel like South Africa isn't just going through so much, you know, because of the corruption or the off-books kind of apartheid. There's this you know, this type of stuff that we're facing with day-to-day basis, crime, unemployment. South Africa isn't just facing stuff like that. I feel like South Africa is also going through a spiritual war in a sense. You know what I'm saying? South Africa is going through a spiritual war. South Africa is literally targeted, and I wonder why. And you're probably thinking, what am I talking about? So I'm gonna go back to what I mean. I'm gonna rewind to what I said earlier. I've grown to notice something. So I've been in circles and I've heard like foreign nationals, individuals. I've been in circles of foreign nationals, and I hear people talk about sort of the political state in South Africa, the social state in South Africa, everything be happening. And the thing that always comes up, especially in these circles, is how South Africa is going to be the next Zimbabwe, how South Africa is going to crumble to be like the next Malawi or the next Congo and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, I actually find it funny, because when these people speak like this, you know what I'm talking about, it's not even like from a critical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could criticize some stuff in this life, and it's not really deep. It's just you voicing your opinions. You have the right to your opinion. Okay, you have the right to voice whatever you want to voice. It's the reason why I be talking a lot of shit on YouTube. But I feel like now, bro, it's not so harmless. It's not like harmless criticism that we could take and implement, you know, to make a difference in this country. I feel like now it's straight up hate. It's straight up, South Africa's facing spiritual assassination in real time. Because now when I listen to these people speak, bro, it's not like, it's almost as if now they wish that South Africa crumbles, or they wish South Africa becomes the next Zimbabwe, and they wish, like, listen, bro, I get that the way we are going as a country may signal y'all that, okay, maybe we're crumbling and we're gonna get to a point where we can't even afford bread, you know what I'm talking about. But now I genuinely feel like, how can you say that about the country that's been feeding you all these years? Because let's be real, at some point South Africa used to be a promised land to these people, you know what I'm talking about. It used to be sort of them seeking greener pasture. So you move to South Africa, let's say you're from Tanzania, whatever, or Zimbabwe, let's say you're from Zimbabwe, you move to South Africa, got a job and you've been living here for years, and now, and you've seen everything that's been happening, you know I'm talking about, whatever, and you start talking, and you start talking to your friends, and you forget that people like me are listening. And how do you expect, or how do you want us to feel when you talk about how this country is destined to fail and stuff like that? It's almost as if like you came to South Africa looking for something and you got part of it. So you came to South Africa seeking greener pastures and you didn't find what you wanted to find, and now you're pissed and you want South Africa to turn into your country. It's almost as if these people think that there's going to be a switch, that all of a sudden wherever they came from is going to turn into what South Africa used to be, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but like my point is, bro, yeah, South Africa may be going down a fucking slope and it's gonna perish or something, right? But why? But like, if South Africa stresses you so much, or if South Africa is so disgusting, because it's literally the tone I be getting from these people. It's disgust, bro. Like when they're talking, it's not like I said, it's not like criticism. Like, South Africa maybe could do this, do that. It's like, yo, South Africa is like, they be criticizing everything, bro. Like from the way the government is, which is the common one, to the way, like, they be criticizing the weather, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. It's hate. You know what I'm saying? It's just hate for no reason. They're criticizing everything. They're criticizing the kids coming up. You know what I'm talking about? The way the parents raising their kids, and the way the school system is, everything, bro. Everything. And I'm just like, okay, bro, if you feel like that, bro, then why don't you go back to your country then? This is not being xenophobic or anything, bro. It's like, I just feel like, bro, if you could do better, if your country could do better, they would do better. If they knew better, they would do better. And the fact that you was here because you ran away from your country because of the circumstances there has to say something about you and your people. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this. It's not necessary for you to be hating, and it doesn't make sense. Like, how would you feel? Like, imagine if I went to America now. I'm talking about, imagine if I moved to America now, seeking greener pastures. You know what I'm saying? And I got to America, I lived in America a few years, had kids and stuff like that, and then I rounded up with some South Africans. So I was almost going to find South Africans there, and I started talking about how America is also going to crumble, and about how the American weather is bullshit, and about how the people in America are dumb, and about everything. How would the Americans feel about that? Think about that. Like, how do Americans feel? Like, first of all, we welcomed you into our country. Yeah, you faced whatever you wanted to face. It's life. Grow up. Stop being a pussy. But you come into our country, ran away from home. We welcomed you. We lived with you. We cried with you. We laughed with you. And now you talking so much shit about the country, bro. These people are literally biting the hand that feeds them. And that's been feeding them, because you're on our land now. And from those who understand, Africa is like a mother, and the land feeds you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed this. If you're not happy with what you're seeing in South Africa, then move. The fact that they're not leaving too. Saying, and don't get me wrong, it's not everybody, it's not every foreign national that's talking like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not every foreign national that's spiritually assaulting South Africa. I call it spiritual assault because, like I said, let me re-explain. Witchcraft doesn't always have to be spells. It's the mouth too. How many times have you heard of people say, I wish this guy dies, or I wish this guy does this, and it actually happens? It's not superstition. It's, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they're not even going back to their country is a testament as to how stupid and small a person's mind is. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I've heard these things from the people I thought were, from the people I looked at and thought they were the smartest, most intelligent people in the world. Bro.